All right, what is up, everybody? It's Ethan here, and I am coming to you from Monarch Pass. This is on the Continental Divide between the towns of Salida and Gunnison, Colorado. Monarch Pass, you can see the road right out there in the parking area. It is 11,312 feet at the summit, so it's a very tall mountain pass. It's where US Route 50, yes, the same one that goes from Maryland to California, it's where it crosses the Continental Divide here in Colorado. And of course, like any good mountain pass in Colorado, there are trails that start here. One really famous trail in particular is the Continental Divide National Scenic Trail, which technically I'm on right now. It crosses right here at Monarch Pass and then keeps going up that way. And I will be taking it this way today. And I will be heading up to Monarch Crest, which is up there. And then also possibly heading up to Mount Peck, which is about 3.5 miles from here, and it's at 12,200 feet. So elevation gain wise, it's not so bad. It's about 1,000 feet of elevation gain to get up to Mount Peck, but it is a it's 3.5 miles, and as you can see, it is full-blown winter conditions out here today. It's not too cold. It's about 28 degrees right now, but they're calling for some very high winds up here, especially above tree line, up to 35-mile-an-hour winds. And as you can see, there's a lot of snow. So right now I'm hiking. As you can see, I'm right on top of the snow. It's packed down very well, but the minute that I start post-holing, I promise you I will leave. I am not trying to do any post-holing. I didn't bring snowshoes. I'm not trying to do anything super crazy, and I am by myself today. So if I get in a situation where I even for 1 second think that I need to turn around, I will absolutely turn around. But hopefully I'll at least be able to get to Monarch Crest and possibly even to Mount Peck. We will see how it goes. All right, what's up, guys? So the plan has already changed. I was up at the top there, at the top of Monarch Pass. I started hiking, and I mean, it like I immediately knew that it was just too dangerous. I mean, every single backcountry skier that I passed by, they all turned around, like, but around the same time I did. But basically, you're just on the side of this extremely steep incline, and it's all covered in snow and ice. And I mean, the snow is pretty well packed down, but there were a couple of times where I slipped, and all it would have taken, just one mistake, and I would have gone tumbling down that hill, probably ended up in like waist or, chest deep snow for that matter. And it would have been an issue for sure. It would have not been what you want. It would have been bad. So instead, I went a little further down. I'm actually right by the Monarch Mountain Ski Resort. I'm about less than a mile up the road from that, and I am at Old Monarch Pass. And this trailhead will take me up, eventually join me with the Continental Divide Trail on the other side of the road here, and then hopefully take me up to some cool views above the Monarch Mountain Ski Resort. So, and from what I've heard, this trail is a lot more hikeable and not nearly as dangerous as the one at the top of the pass. Because I mean, that one, it's just, you definitely need an ice axe, which I have, but I'm really not comfortable enough with using an ice axe yet. I need more practice before I'm ready to, bet my life on using it. And it's just in general dangerous. So I'm gonna stick to something a little easier going, because I mean, you can see right there, just to give you a perspective on how deep this snow is. There's a route sign. This is actually a Forest Service road. It's not a trail, not yet. It's like one of those four-wheel drive Forest Service roads that you can drive in the summertime, but that sign is buried in snow. I can't even read what number that is. So lots of snow up here. I'd say 4 to 5 feet. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I'll get back to you guys a little later. All right, well, right up there, that was going to be one of my destinations. That's Monarch Crest, but obviously did not work out that way. It's just, like I said, it's so dangerous. It doesn't look like it's that bad from over here, but when you're right below the crest, it's very dangerous. But anyway, I'm just hiking along here, still on Old Monarch Pass Road, and so far the road's been nice and packed down. Haven't had to do any post holing, but I did step off the trail for a second. I followed some ski tracks to see. It looked like it went somewhere cool, but as soon as I stepped off of this road here and got on those ski tracks, it was just, you know, the snow just got a lot softer, and I started feeling like I was going to start post holing at any second. So I am definitely just going to be sticking to the to this Forest Service road here, or any hiking trails that might be packed down as well. But anyway, I'm going to keep going, and I should be getting to close to the Monarch Mountain Ski Resort pretty soon here. Shouldn't be too much further away. All right, well, getting a great view out there to the collegiate peaks, and I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm pretty sure you can see Mount Shavano in there, a 14er. So I'm getting higher up. The wind's picking up a little bit, which I don't mind because it's pretty warm. So I mean, it's not warm, but it's warmer than I expected. It's like 30 degrees up here. But I am wearing my brand new wind shell, Gore-Tex wind shell, that I got with my REI dividends. So, well, dividends and then some, but I think it's definitely paying for itself because it is the perfect thing to be wearing in the current conditions. Just the wind shell over my base layers. I do have my puffy coat if I need it, but so far I honestly haven't even felt it necessary to put on gloves. So a lot of snow, but not too cold today. Okay, got a great view over here. I'm pretty sure that's Shavano, and then the 14er next to Shavano that I can't pronounce. You can Google it if you want. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to say it because I know that I'll butcher it and I just can't pronounce it. So, but I believe those are, I could be mistaken, but I believe those are both 14ers over there. And as you can see, I am right next to Monarch Mountain. I mean, literally this rope right here is the boundary. So this is actually a run right here. And I've definitely been thinking about it because I feel like I got a little shortchanged today on my hike. This is still a cool hike for sure, but I definitely feel like I got a little shortchanged. So I was thinking about going to Monarch Mountain after this and doing some skiing. So we'll see what time it is when I wrap up the hike here, and I might go over there and do a couple hours of skiing. We'll see. All right. Well, there's Monarch Crest straight out. And just behind that, a really interesting looking cloud. Doesn't look like a bad, like, you know, storm cloud. It just is really, it's an odd looking cloud. Pretty cool. But anyway, just to give you a little perspective here, you can see this little sign right here normally would be taller than I am. And I mean, it is almost, you know, it is buried in snow. I mean, right there, kind of where you see that little well around the sign, I mean, that's easily 4 feet right there. And where I'm hiking on, it looks like it's actually even a little deeper than that. So I really haven't had a problem with post holing yet, but that's why I say, you know, you got to stay on the trail where it's packed down. And I mean, all it takes is, you know, just a, you know, I guarantee you I go just a little ways off trail up there and I'll start post holing up to my waist or deeper instantly. Because it is getting later in the day too, so the later in the day it gets, it warms up, and this crust that's on all the snow, because you can see there's a crust, but you know that this crust that's on the snow is going away quickly. It's getting softer and softer. You come up here really early in the morning and you probably wouldn't even post hole out there, but you know, right now it's, you know, about 10:30. The sun's been up for a while. You definitely have a huge problem with post holing off trail, even with snowshoes. But so far on the trail it hasn't been a problem. But I just passed by these 2 backcountry skiers that were heading back down, and they told me that at the top of Old Monarch Pass you get a really amazing view. So I'm definitely gonna be heading up there. I'm not too far away. I'm just taking my time because, you know, with all the snow and everything, it's just good to take your time out here. Go slow. It's definitely not a race. Alright, what is up, everybody? It is really windy up here, so I'm going to talk loud and hopefully you guys will be able to hear what I'm saying. But I have made it to the top of Old Monarch Pass, and I am getting a spectacular view right now. Look at that. That is incredible. You can see a lot of mountain ranges from here. So over there, that's the West Elks, and then off in that direction, none other than the San Juans. Spectacular mountain range. And then over in that direction, you can't really see it. There's a lot of trees over there, but but the rest of the Elk Mountains are out in that direction. That's also, if you kind of go off in that direction over there, that's where Crested Butte is. Really cool area. I have some videos, some hikes from there that I did in the summertime. But yeah, this is amazing. This is a beautiful view. Wow. And of course, you know, it is really windy up here, but that's to be expected. But yeah, you can see, look at all that snow. I mean, I'll walk over this way so you can get a better view. That is a lot of snow. A lot. And the wind just kind of blows it up against this this rock face over here, and that's why you get that cool little, how the snow forms over there. But wow, this is really beautiful. So I was thinking about it. It's really windy right now, but I do have warmer clothes in my pack. I can definitely layer up, and it's so wind scoured over here on this ridge that I was thinking about heading up there and maybe So I'm going to debate on that for a second, and I'll get back to you guys. I might start heading up there, because I mean, if the view from here is as good as it is, I can only imagine what it would be like over there. This is so cool. Wow. Alright guys, well, I've gotten above the tree line. There's still some little tiny thin trees up here, but not much. I'm at about 11,600 feet right now, and the views are just incredible. You can see that spectacular view of the collegiate peaks over there, and I'm working my way up there. Probably about another 300 feet of gain, or at least to get up there. I don't really know what's up there, to be honest with you. I don't know if it flattens out or if it keeps going up, but it looks like about another 300 feet to get up there at least, so we'll see. But yeah, these views are so cool. This is incredible. You can see way out there in the distance, that's the elk range. Getting a better view of the Elk Mountains from up here. And I believe that those are the maroon bells over there. And yeah, that's really cool. Really, really cool. Crested Butte is out over there. Wow. I'm excited to see the views up at the top, man. They're so good up there. I mean, they're already so amazing. Not many people get to see these views this time of year, you know. I mean, as you can see, I am the only one up here. Not a lot of people are doing above tree line hikes in the winter. Even though technically it's the spring right now. Nobody told Colorado. All right. Well, I made it to the top. Not the top of the mountain I was planning on doing today, but still a really beautiful summit. So this is an unnamed peak. This does not have, I looked it up, this does not have a name, but this is 11,850 feet. So we will just refer to it as UN11 850, I guess. That's what, you know, an unnamed peak would usually be referred to as. But whatever you want to call it, it is incredible. Get a spectacular view up here, and the wind is actually a little, it's not as bad up here as it is way down there at Old Monarch Pass, which is surprising. So from the top of Old Monarch Pass right down there, that's about 11,375. So it's about, you know, 500 feet of gain to get up from there to get up here to the top of this. And you can see, you know, that side of this unnamed peak is really wind scoured and pretty easy to climb up. It's steep, but it's not too difficult to get up. And then on the other hand, this side over here, I'll show you, is very deep snow. Nothing you want to be trying to go through right there for sure. So if you look right over there, there's Monarch Crest. I'm pretty much level with that right now. And then over there in the background, that is what I was originally trying to do today. That's Mount Peck. And that is about 350, 400 feet taller than this peak. But, you know, I know when to call it. I know when it's not safe and when to call it. And I mean, I got like maybe 5 minutes into that hike of going away from Monarch Pass and decided this is a no-go. It's just not safe out here. And I'm really glad I made that decision, because I still ended up getting this awesome summit in today. It's really beautiful. So over there is 13er Ouray Peak. And then off in that direction over there is, that is closer to, like, I don't know if that is the San Juans. I think that might still be a little too close to be the San Juans. I'm not sure, I'd have to look at a map. But yeah, it's beautiful. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna enjoy these views for a minute. I'll get right back to you. Okay, guys, well, getting back to you on a couple of things. So I did find out, you know, that is definitely Ouray Peak over there. And over there, that is the San Juans. And not just any San Juans, that is San Luis Peak over there, a 14er. So Over there you can see some other parts of the San Juan Mountains out towards like Ouray and Silverton, that area. And then over here, the West Elks. Down there is the Gunnison Valley. Crested Butte is just a little ways kind of up and back from there. And then straight back there, those are the Elk Mountains, the Elk Range, whatever you want to call them. Where Aspen is, the Maroon Bells, Capitol Peak, all of those 14ers out there. And then directly back here is more of the Sawatch Range. And then, of course, right over here, the Collegiate Peaks. Lots of 14ers. Very beautiful. Monarch Mountain Ski Resort is right over here. And as I pointed out earlier, Monarch Pass is over there. There's the crest. There's Mount Peck. And this is a beautiful summit, I'll tell you. This is really cool. You can see a lot up here. Matter of fact, way out in the distance over there, I'm thinking I'm seeing a little bit of Pikes Peak. Wow, really cool. So right now the weather still looks pretty good. It is starting to get cloudy. They said it was going to get cloudy in the afternoon, but it's not supposed to snow today. So I don't really think I have anything to worry about. But you never can be too careful when it comes to being up here above tree line in winter, especially in winter. So I'll probably start heading back down pretty soon. But this is such a cool summit. There's nobody up here. I got the place to myself, and it was a relatively easy hike. You can actually see where I started from. Way down there, there's a little pull out on the side of the road, and you just follow Old Monarch Pass Forest Service Road just up and around, and eventually you get right there to Old Monarch Pass, and then you just come straight up the side of this mountain and get to the summit. Alright guys, I'm going to enjoy it for a couple more minutes and then start heading back down. Alright, so I'm heading back down to Old Monarch Pass, down this pretty steep slope. This is definitely pretty steep, but like I said, it's only like 500 feet of gain from the pass to the summit, so it's really not too bad. It definitely makes for a nice day hike in wintertime to get to a good summit. It is a lot windier on this side of the mountain though, which is, it sucks because I have to be stuck in really heavy winds, but it's also nice because you can see it's all wind scoured here. There's hardly any snow on this side, and then remember I showed you on the other side, it was just covered in, probably 5+ feet of snow. And I mean, if I would have been coming up that side where it's not windy, it would have been impossible to hike up here. So the wind helps out sometimes. Alright, back here at Old Monarch Pass, 11,375. Coming back down from that amazing summit. And you can see the sign is very much so buried. You can just barely see where it says Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. But anyway, I am back off of that ridge, and once I turn this corner here, I shouldn't have as much of an issue with the winds. And once I get back in the trees, I might even have to take off this puffy jacket that I'm wearing under my wind shell, because I really didn't need it the whole time up until I got here. So let's see how it feels. Alright, well, I'm heading back down Old Monarch Pass Road, and I'm getting pretty close to getting to the car. So for those of you who thought this was a pretty cool hike and want to give it a try yourself, it's actually pretty easy to get to Old Monarch Pass. You just follow this Forest Service Road for about 2 miles, and over that 2 miles you only go up about 500 feet, because where the little pullout on the side of the road where I parked is about 10,800 feet, and Old Monarch Pass is 11,375 feet. And then from there, it's really obvious where that summit I went to is. You just go take a left and just pick your line and start climbing up the side of that mountain. And it's about another 500 feet of gain from the pass to get up to that summit, and about another half a mile. So that part is pretty steep, but as you saw in the video, it's really wind scoured. It makes for, you know, not too difficult hiking terrain, and it doesn't take too long, and you get those amazing views, which, you know, the views from Old Monarch Pass were also incredible, but the views from up on top of that unnamed peak were even better. And then also, once you get to that summit, the wind dies down quite a bit. So anyone who wants to try this, I would definitely recommend it. It's a really beautiful hike. Really cool. All right, well, there's Route 50, and that means I'm at the end of the hike. And it was really an awesome hike too. Really beautiful. Great views up at that summit. So yeah, guys, like I said, this would be a good option for winter. As long as the weather conditions are right, then this would definitely be a great way to do a nice winter summit where you get spectacular views without having to, you know, do anything super crazy. It's just a hike. So yeah, definitely recommend micro spikes at the very least if you're going to come up here. Probably snowshoes. I did not bring them. Kind of wish I had, but definitely at least spikes. And if you're coming up here, obviously make sure to dress warm, because it might be middle of April, but it's still cold up here, especially once you get above tree line and that wind hits you. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys soon for another awesome video.